Hello out there, welcome again to another episode of Policy Without Politics. Today we are going to discuss, by the way, it is the season, so it's not a surprise that plank for campaigns are coming up, and then the substance on it is being discussed now. So sometimes you look at those policies, you see substance over form, and in other cases you see form over substance. But that is the enjoyment we are going to have during this period when campaigns would have started, because Nigeria now is wiser. We know better. So if you are going to govern Nigeria, if you are going to govern the state, you better be prepared, because the debate is on now. You are going to be able to tell us, you are going to be accountable for what you say. Are you going to tell us why you are better than what is existing and why we should change whatever that we already have? But change is good, but it's not going to be changed for the sake of it, isn't it? I have my co-host, Mustafa Chikovi. Welcome to the episode.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So for all these politicians out there,
Yes.
we're going to be x-raying what you say.
Yes.
We do know the difference between a manifesto, a political statement,
Yes.
and governing.
Government.
But we're going to look at it from the point of view of policy.
Yes.
Does this make sense? And does it not make sense?
Yes.
And that's what we want to talk about.
Yes.
So as you know,
Yeah.
there's a hot topic on the table.
It is. And we start with it today.
Yes.
But the spirit will remain the same. It's going to be policy without politics. So we are going to take all those political statements, all those manifestos, all those plans, all those promises, and look at it and look at the framework. Is it sitting on a framework or is it just loose? And we are not going to be partisan. You would not glean from us to see that we are leaning towards any political party, because that is not the case. We care for good governance and we want Nigeria to be governed properly going forward. Not just Nigeria, but even the subnationals. Today's case, we are talking about policy continuity, a case for continuity in policy. Absolutely. And what is hot on the table is fuel subsidy. The political party is saying that they will bring subsidy back.
Yes.
How did you feel when you woke up and heard that news?
Everybody knows that for years, my view on subsidy is I like it. It's a good thing to do. It's like drinking champagne. But if you can't afford it, then don't do it. But it's not productive. So the three subsidies that Nigeria suffered under, I say suffered under, were fuel subsidy, currency subsidy, FX subsidy, and electricity subsidy. Of the three, the Tinubu administration has removed the fuel subsidy largely. People argue that there's some left, but largely, and their policy is to remove it.
Yes.
The FX subsidy has been removed largely, and that's the policy of the Tinubu administration. The electrical subsidy, I think, is still in place.
Yeah.
And I think is distorting our electricity market, as we outlined in the power sector. So we're talking about continuity of policy.
Yes.
And what has happened is that a presidential candidate has announced that he will bring back subsidy in some form.
Yes.
Not the total form, but in some form. But let me tell you why I hate those subsidies, those three subsidies, why I hated them with a passion. If an ordinary person takes a bus from home to work and back home, he enjoyed some subsidy in the form of lower bus transportation. Compare him to the rich guy who has 10 cars in his house. There's a car for shopping. There's a car for taking the children to different schools. There's a car for the wife. There's a car for the husband. They are, on average, they are getting 20, 30 times more subsidy than the person who lives in Yaba and goes to work in Ikoyi or in Isaleko. They are getting 20. So those subsidies were disproportionately being benefited by the rich. And it was unfair. The second subsidy, the FX subsidy, look, the person that's walking from their house to the farm does not enjoy fuel subsidy in the village in Onitsha. I won't use that word this time. I use Onitsha.
Yeah, but you don't have farms.
You get the point.
Yes.
They don't care about FX. FX doesn't affect them as much as it affects the rich person who has 3 children abroad. They fly home every summer. They pay school fees at a subsidized FX rate. So those subsidies were disproportionately favoring the rich.
Yeah.
So that's why I was against them mostly.
Yeah.
Now, Atiku has put it on the table, Atiku Abubakar, that he wants to bring back the subsidies. And it brings up the issue of continuity of policy.
Yeah.
There was the policy of subsidy for very many years. It did not work.
Yeah.
The Tinubu administration has removed it. And now we're talking about if Atiku is fortunate enough to be elected president, another reversing it. So that brings it to, should we continue policies? What are the bases for walking back on policies? Should there be a systematic way of looking at a policy and saying, irrespective of who the next president is, that this is a policy that Nigerians should maintain? That's really the outline.
Yes.
But we can go into the specifics of this proposal.
So just like you, I don't believe there should be subsidy. The word subsidy in itself is not it's not developmental. I mean, it's something that we should not be associated with, even though we're a developing country. And that is still subject to debate, because are we really developing? I think it's underdeveloped. I haven't said that. So I think the confusion is that government have not been able to explain to us that there was no subsidy in the first place. I think government for a very long time was spending the money we didn't have, and in wrong places, putting it in wrong hands, in wrong categories and demographics, which is not described, especially for the elite. I don't think there was subsidy. Nigeria was living far beyond its means.
Absolutely.
So that looked like we were subsidizing. Subsidizing means that you have a lot of money, but the man who doesn't have, you give him some to cushion something. But in that case, if you consider where we are today with our cash, the revenue, and costs that we are supposed to cover, and the one we should leave for developmental purposes, Nigeria really was not in a position to subsidize anything. So that's my position. So
to amplify what you say, yes, and I agree completely.
Yes.
When people, and it's unfortunate, when government officials say they have saved 13.5 trillion naira from removal of subsidy, that's an inaccurate statement.
Yes.
What they should have said is that we have stopped spending 13.5 trillion.
That we didn't have.
That we didn't have.
Yes.
So people say, well, where's the 13.5 trillion? But it's not there. It's just that we're borrowing money to spend on subsidy.
Yes.
Now we have stopped borrowing money to spend on subsidy. There's no new money.
Yeah.
And they can say that.
Yeah.
We have saved money that we will have spent that we did not have.
Yeah.
It's like somebody who is, again, living beyond their means. And then they suddenly get a dose of reality. And they say, I can't live in Ikoyi, I must move to Yaba.
I can't drive 4 SUVs.
I can't drive 4 SUVs, I will sell 3 of them. You haven't saved any money.
Yeah.
You have just stopped spending what you didn't have.
Yes.
And that's what has happened.
Yeah.
And so I agree with you.
Yeah.
So people that are looking for the 13.5 trillion should please, it's not there.
Yeah. And people that are saying that we have saved it should reconstruct the statement.
And they should show us where they got the money from and what happened to the money.
Yeah.
All they can show is that they didn't spend what
we shouldn't have spent.
What they shouldn't have spent.
Yes.
But again, then they will say to you, well, the states have more money to share. And I say, yes, they have more naira to share. But the naira of today is worth far less than it was worth 10 years ago.
4 years ago.
Well, I'm going back 10. So the matter is clear.
Yeah.
Let me give you an example. I believe, and don't hold me by these numbers, that the FIRS under Ifueko Omuigu, who I think was an excellent FRS chair, was collecting about, I believe, 6 trillion a year.
Yeah.
Maybe it was 4, maybe it was 5. But let us use the middle number of 5. When the Naira was at 150. Today, the Naira is at roughly 1,500.
Yeah.
That same amount should be 50 trillion.
Yeah.
10 times to have the same
Value.
So when they tell you they're collecting 21 and it's a trillion, and it's a record, that 21 trillion is less in real terms than what they were collecting 5 or 6 10 years ago. So we need to be, so states are sharing 3 trillion. But the 3 trillion that the states are sharing is worth, divided by 10, 300 billion 10 years ago, when the Naira was at 150, 10 times.
Yeah.
So throwing out nominal numbers of a devalued currency is really not fair to the Nigerian people. The purchasing power of those numbers is far less than it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's okay to tell us the truth, but it's not okay to gaslight us with numbers that you know mean very little.
Yeah, so having said that, I still will want to add, just so that I'm not misunderstood, that yes, I don't quite believe in subsidy. However, there are segments and parts of our life, being what it is, that would need support, especially in the state Nigeria is. I'm talking about food security, I'm talking about schools, healthcare, education. It's not going to be subsidy, if you ask me, and if I was in a position to do it. But it would have been to rearrange the little that I have to support areas of priority.
I agree.
Yeah.
But how do you define those areas of priority?
I have just defined them. These are my areas of priority.
Which are the areas of priority?
Food security, healthcare,
Yes.
and education.
Okay. Can I add one word?
Yeah.
Productive healthcare.
Yes.
Productive
Yes.
security.
Presupposes, yes.
Productive.
Yes.
Because if you subsidize a non-productive person,
Yeah.
it's a waste.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. How do we get our people to be more productive? How do we incentivize them to be more productive? That's my problem.
Yeah.
I don't want to give, look, we see this, and people, please don't throw stones at me. We see people with 8 children, and they can barely afford to feed 2. You want the government to go in there and feed the 6 and encourage that behavior? There's a moral dilemma here.
Yeah.
People should.
So you are saying we have very tough conversations
Yes.
to bring to the table,
Yes.
first and foremost, because those are fundamental.
You have to worry about the incentives you appear to be given.
Yeah.
In American society, that's something that has troubled the Republicans and the Democrats.
Yeah.
This idea of giving stuff to people who are not productive. And you see 18-year-old girls, it's lessened now,
Yeah.
giving birth to 3 children, because once you have a child, the state gives you money to have the children. And the children grow up largely unproductive. So it's nice to support.
Yeah.
That's why I added the word productive.
Yeah.
But if people show a willingness and a desire to be productive, yes, we should support them.
Yeah, yeah, but I say that, and I say it strongly because, and I situated the condition and environment we found ourselves. It's a situation where the base of the bucket has given way. I still believe that schools, basic schools, I'm not talking of world-class standards, but basic schools should be available at our local government, at our ward level, basic health care, and then people should be able to feed themselves properly. Now, not by way of subsidy, but by way of rearranging our little resources that we have, because these resources are limited.
I agree.
Not that we have too much and therefore we've taken the excess to subsidize somewhere else.
Yes.
The resources are always limited, especially in these circumstances. Can we channel those resources and not build white elephant projects, especially in the next 10 years in Nigeria?
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What's more important? Paying for giving a child free education up to secondary school level,
Yeah.
or spending humongous amounts of money on someone who's doing a BSc in history or BA in history.
You see, those non-productive degrees
Should not be paid for by government.
It should not be paid for.
By
You have to decide if it is education we have decided to.
Yes.
Then you have to isolate
The areas
programs
that are important.
that the importance and that are directly key to productivity and support it.
That's why I added the word productivity.
Yes.
So I think that everyone should be able to read and write.
Yes.
So that literacy issue, government wants to pay for literacy.
Yeah.
I absolutely support it.
Yeah.
But for government to be funding large amounts of money into mass communication, which was very popular
At the time.
in your days.
Yeah. I didn't read that.
Okay. I have no problem with someone who wants to study mass communication.
Yeah. Or philosophy. Political science.
Pay for it.
Yes.
Pay for it.
Yeah.
If we decide that computer skills are important, technology is important, healthcare.
Yeah.
If we think those things are important, then let government select. Let there be someone who says, these are the
Technical
areas
skills.
that government will support.
Yeah.
These are the areas that you are allowed to have,
Yeah.
but we will not support it with our scarce resources.
Yes.
But that's why I added productive to what you said.
Yes.
But in that case, we're totally in sync.
Completely. Yeah. So
But let's go back to the article argument.
yes. So now his argument presupposes that you don't subsidize the petroleum products at the pump, at the stations, but you find a way to intervene at the productive base, so that if what produces petroleum products, say crude, is going to cost say 100 naira, you give it to the factory that is producing it at say 50% or whatever subsidy less. So his intervention, as proposed, should be at the base and not at the pump price, and then put a framework that ensures that the process that delivers the output from the base to the pump price is safeguarded, so that the man or the masses feel the effect of this subsidy.
Okay,
What do you think? What do you think?
So let us go through it,
Yes.
because it's extremely naive.
Yes.
First of all, I like the word naive. It doesn't offend
Anybody? Yeah. It is what it is. Yeah.
I have a stronger word, but I will use it. First of all, that crude, this is something that people say that drives me crazy. If you can sell crude at $100 a barrel as a country, and you say your priority is to sell it to somebody at 50, you have subsidized that, you have spent half of your national wealth in terms of foreign exchange on that product. So you are saying it's the most important thing in the world.
Yeah.
Fine. Now you've done that. You now have to have price controls on the person that you've sold it to. But if you don't have price controls, he knows the thing trades at 1,000 naira per liter.
Yeah.
But his cost is 500. You have to tell him you can only sell at 500 and then monitor it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So there's cost to that monitoring.
So not only that, he now has incentive to sell it abroad.
Yeah. Or smuggle it abroad.
Yeah. So you have a whole ecosphere where you are trusting the factory. You have to monitor the factory. You have to make sure it's not exported or smuggled abroad. You have to make sure that there's price controls. You have a whole machinery of government controlling something that the market
policing
controls.
it. Yeah.
So it's extremely naive to think that would work.
Yeah.
The problem with the old one was then they were trying to do the price controls by buying it and selling it at a fixed price through an MPC. Again, that's more efficient, but doesn't work either. So if you're going to give a subsidy in this way, the best way to do it is to do it by giving people vouchers.
Yes.
You have an income test. You say if you make less than X amount, less than $1 million a year,
Here's a voucher for you.
here's a voucher for you to buy gas. They will sell the vouchers.
Yeah.
But hopefully, when they sell the vouchers, they will get some money to do other things that are more important to them.
Very present.
But a voucher is better,
Yeah.
but it's still not totally efficient.
Yes.
That way, you are targeting.
Well, it should be phased and a time base. You could say in the next 4 years we are going to use vouchers.
And those vouchers, you know who is getting it.
Yeah.
It's also a way of capturing people in your tax base, because you have to show a tax return to get the voucher. So when you fill your taxes and you're under $1 million a year, you get X amount of vouchers a year for transportation or for buying fuel, which if you give to a gas station, petrol station, they will honor. But so vouchers have proven to be far more expensive than direct subsidies all over the world. That's why even in America today, they still give food stamps and all those things. But subsidies are very difficult.
Yeah, so the position of PWP is that subsidies are no. Even in its definition, we don't think that there's subsidy in Nigeria. Nigeria has just been spending money that it didn't have. So now that we're closing MCO, what we're saying is that the policy that we have in place now, if it needed to be adjusted, reviewed, we should look at that. We should reinforce. We should stop this habit of stopping a policy, starting a policy, taking it for 3 years or 4, some assault on it, and begin to think, that is a macabre dance.
Yes, and especially in the case where the alternative is worse than the current policy.
Yes.
In this case. And I hope that was a political statement and not a governing statement. But no, the current policy is superior in our view to what has been advanced by His Excellency Atiku Abubakar's team.
Yes.
And we vote for continuity of
Yes,
policy.
we vote for continuity. Yeah. So that is our session for today. That is our topic for today, policy without politics. We say at PWP that we should have continuity of policies. If policy is going to be bad, we should isolate it, define it, and decide that this is a bad policy, but with reason and with rational and superior argument, and we set it aside. We don't want a situation where we start, we go, we stop, and no, that is not good for anybody. It's not good for our psyche, it's not good for our politics, it's not good for our economy either. So continuity we are making a very strong case for continuity of policy, not only on this one, but in general. But if we identify a policy as a bad one, then we bring it for conversation.
Let me just add, there are a lot of projects that are results of policies.
Yes.
And because we have so many policy somersaults, we see a lot of abandoned projects, a lot of abandoned things because the policy has changed.
Yes.
We need to be very careful.
Yeah.
Even when we're changing policy, we need to know that there are already some sunk costs for the policy.
Yeah.
And re-examine it carefully before we change it
or set it aside. With military alacrity, even though we are in a democracy. So we end it here today. I hope you've enjoyed today's session. We're going to continue to come back to you with very interesting topics, very interesting conversations that stirs your imagination and helps with intellectual curiosity. Thank you very much. Continue to follow Policy Without Politics.